You want to play? I could play. What up then? You want to be a jerk? Let's be a jerk. Oh. Wait, I don't even win, right? What is going on, guys? First and foremost, thank you so much for 800 subscribers. We are 200 away from the mighty 1K, and then I can monetize the channel and all that good stuff. And like I said, it's really important to me because it will allow me to do a lot more with YouTube and things like that. So if you guys aren't enjoying the channel, make sure that you subscribe. I know majority of the views, the majority of the people that watch the channel, because you could look at the views that most of you guys are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. It would help me out a ton. It takes 2 seconds, maybe longer, you know, if your other hand is occupied. Anyway, I got a good one for you guys, so let's get to it. Now, this deck is interesting. I saw Lucky Cat upload a deck for the Altar of Blood. I'm about to say of the blood, it's just of blood. I don't even want to mess that up. So this card's amazing, right? I don't know why. What? Oh, because it's darkened? What? I don't know. Anyway, so I was actually very curious when I first saw this card. I wanted to know, does it work with the darkened weapons? Now, I actually think that I might try another version of this, and I would use it with Kayn. I think Kayn is one of the ones that could actually benefit the most from it. But if you use Kayn and or Varus, you are then stuck in that region. And I think that there's definitely more stuff you could do with this. And I do think that it would be fun to take a little, you know, a family road trip, guys, if you want to get on the Magic School Bus and actually use this and then go to other regions and try to get into their darkened stuff. I also think that, I know Freya doesn't really have one yet, but I think that that would be a good one. And I also might try the PNZ one because I think PNZ Shurima actually isn't that bad, but you have to use Shurima. So the one that Lucky Cat did was the one with, obviously, I don't even think he had the bloodletters in there, I'm not too sure. Works really good with the bloodletters, let me tell you. You can get XOOLANI out like for nothing, and it's kind of crazy. You can actually play her sometimes for like 0 cost depending on how many slays you get. Now the Darkened Halberd, sometimes you can get this down, and you know, you can get a Taarosh on a very early turn. But why try 1 or 2 things when you can try a bunch of different things, which is kind of nuts. And I just want to throw, you know, caution to the wind and just try a bunch of things out. So we are using Maokai and Viego. Sorry. And I actually think that they work because Viego has highlighting Maokai. Maokai throws saplings. Viego has encroaching mist. So I just wanted to see, you know, why not also try the Wraith of Echoes, which Lucky Cat also did a video on that, and I feel like he was the first one to do it. So I'm actually combining 2 of his kind of video ideas together. I was running more copies of this. I was running 2 or 3, but having Viego as a 6-drop, this thing as a 6-drop, this has a 7-drop, you can get a really crappy hand. Really crappy hand really quickly, so I decided not to do that. I might even reduce this to Opalite Foyer. Really good, because then our ghastly bands start to come out and start to get stronger and stronger. What the Wraith of Echoes does is that any ally that died the round that he's out, it will start making those copies stronger everywhere. So every time my get out Undying dies, it actually will make the Undying stronger as well as it coming back. Undying and Maokai also have an insane synergy because every time the Undying comes back, Maokai is going to make a sapling. So it's really cool, but we have to get to like 6, but so a lot of the times on 6, I'd rather just play Viego. And Viego, as we know, just kind of sits in the back and just be, you know, that dad that just watches over everything. I do think that there's a bunch of stuff. I just saw, I didn't get to watch the video, but I saw that Snooey was trying to do it with Elise because Elise does a bunch of spiders, and there's a lot of ways to summon spiders. So I actually think that that would work. You would just have to find a way to, it's just getting this on 6 and then having some type of mini unit that keeps dying after 6 becomes to me the most annoying part of it with this in the Shadow Isles. But it is fun. I'm gonna see if I can get some cool games for you guys, because this to me is because in my prediction is that Aatrox is going to be a high cost unit. He's going to be like an 8-drop. my prediction, by the way. He's gonna be so we got 4 for Varus, 5 for Kayn. I'm assuming Aatrox is gonna be higher. He's a bigger, chunkier guy. in comparison to the 2 only with Ross. So I think that I do think he's going to be at least 6, right? 4, 5, 6. But I do think he's going to be like a 7 or 8 drop and have a really insane effect. So you're going to have to cheese him out with the Altar of Blood. So I do think that that's the intention here of even dropping this card. Anywho, let's get some games in. Hopefully you wish me luck. I'm gonna need it because I've played this deck a couple times and it is pretty rough. That's why I even running Pesky Scepter, because I can drop this out and then possibly Rite of Calling it, or use it for the Darkened Halberd, or even put the Bloodletters on to get the Darkened Throw out there. Just, I need something, and I need it to be cheap because a lot of my other stuff is a little bit more expensive. So I decided to go Pesky Scepter and it also throws their deck off a little bit, and Quietus, yada yada yada. Same thing with Sapling Toss. We just need to survive early game and then we're good. I actually I thought about putting like some type of healing, because usually that's how I lose, is usually just like having low HP. And for some reason, we're lucky that Swain's on vacation. So let us take advantage and get to it. Varus, Taric. I actually think a lot of people are sleeping on Varus, but I think in the same breath, Varus is just as good as Blue Cane. He's kind of like a very aggressive finisher, quick attack, overwhelm finisher that can kind of do it, like, I think the best than most people, right? I think that he has the ability to do it almost at burst speed. It's kind of hard to decide or to mentally think like what his actual what's going to be, I guess. Like, that's a free gem for him. I can even suck this up to hope to get like a to possibly get Maokai. I already have 2 VIEGO'S. I would hate to get a 3rd and use this on this, or I could use the Sapling Toss to kill this. He gets 2 gems out of it, but it is what it is. We also get to play the Undying next turn, and luckily this deck doesn't have too much like crazy interaction with us outside of like once he equips, I really got to worry about the double freeze. But we do have a nice deck to sit back on. There goes Maokai anyway. You know, you just got to talk about it. I'm gonna play this. He can even do the single Frostbite thing. It actually would go on Undying if he had that 4-cost card. We are going to try to kill that. Don't have to worry about any champions here. The Shark also comes out, so.
A new flock.
And the combat reel on that is insane. So we're gonna also pull this out. I don't know if you want to tangle with death, bro. I feel like he was gonna lose it anyway. Okay, I understand. You get a free pull with that regardless. Sorry, a free attack next turn with it. So maybe I should have just attacked with the Undying, but then he would have got another gem out of it. We're definitely gonna play Maokai on curve here.
I bring clarity.
Dude, the amount of damage I'm about to take is actually disgusting. Oh boy. I actually wish you came out with a sapling. I have no real plays though. The best I could do if I want to mitigate damage is I put out Maokai and actually block with him. That's literally the best option that I have. Do I care about how much damage I'm taking? I think I actually do. Because the only reason why is because Varus. Now Varus is going to get an insane boost here.
Never submit.
10 damage. The other problem that I have is that I actually don't have a unit. I actually can spawn a unit next turn. I think I have to take it. I wish if I could just take one of these, but they both. I don't even deal damage to them. And this is kind of what I was talking about. Like a lot of the times, I don't really have units, and that's why I will like Pesky Scepter into Rite of Calling, right? Pesky Scepter into the Bloodletters. It's kind of like the issues that I have with the deck, right? So luckily we do get something here, so I can get a sapling.
And so life springs anew.
We also didn't get the Altar of Blood on curve, which also sucks. This deck, luckily, since he's using Varus, doesn't have the infinite.
All things can be analyzed, even darkened.
Doesn't have like the infinite ability to do a bunch of nonsense, right? So I think we go with Rite of Calling onto this just to see if he has a response. For 2 mana, I don't think there's anything in those regions that he can really do. Momentous Choice, which I actually assume he has. We're gonna go for it. I feel like he does have Momentous Choice in hand. He's gonna protect his goat, and I do have to pressure it though. Not much I can do. Might as well attack with this because these two doesn't matter if they block or not. Unless he just wants to give me a free unit or something like that. We do get a yeah, there we go. Yeah, plethora of answers. We didn't get our foyer card or anything like that, so we could start pushing, actually pulling. And that's another cool combo, is that you start getting saplings that are not only stronger potentially. So next turn we have only 2 blockers. I think Maokai does in fact die. Wait, what? Why is that reduced? Oh, that was the card that he made. That's interesting. That is a good... The reason why I feel like most people aren't even using this card is because a lot of the time I feel like it gives you something crappy. And there goes my one off of the other guy anyway. So boom. No dreams about that. Altar of Blood coming out in the right time. I feel like you just gem and altar. Yeah, right? You just maybe double gem. Then Taric's leveled. We do have enough blockers though. I think if I just block 2 of these guys, I am fine, because these 2 are the only ones. And then unless he makes this strong enough to actually deal 5, I think I'm good, which is technically what he should do, but based on that 1 gem, I think he's not doing it right. Yeah, he would have had to gem this. Actually, if you drop both gems there, he wins.
To preserve beauty and protect all life.
So I think a slight misplay by my opponent is actually going to allow us to stay in the game.
All.
Yeah, no, that makes no sense.
Unyielding.
That is a super mislethal. I mean, I could have Vengeance, right? Which I don't have in this deck, which is actually weird. Now that I think about it, why don't I have Vengeance? Why don't I have Vengeance in this deck? There's no rally here. All right. I could even play XOOLANI. I think I do need to play... Oh, do I just play him next turn? Bank mana in case I draw something? I don't know. I'll just play Viego.
The whole world will know my anguish.
Kill off one of these.
You've waited so long, XOOLANI.
Your peace is just moments away.
I think even like another Maokai would have been good. Drawing all 3 Viego. Funny, usually that was good, but since this is actually like, you see the nerf like live in effect. Okay. So he had an answer. He's running Sunburst. You kind of get to see the nerf live in effect, right? Because the ability for a hit to have to be played on 6 really makes it a little bit more chunky to play. This does straight into everything if he wants to sacrifice the goat. This has 2. He has a gem though. So even if I do this, it's kind of irrelevant. Quietus obviously doesn't work against decks that ramp up that much. If we got Quietus early, maybe. Boom, takes out XOOLANI. Just utterly just broken apart bit by this deck. Bit by bit. I'm not gonna waste our time anymore. Oh, hold on. Let's be respectful.
New energy source.
There we go.
Fade and be gone.
One Vengeance doesn't hurt. I'll take off 1 Quietus for it. Essentially a similar thing. I knew it. Funny enough, this guy's name is Lucid J, and then look at... I knew it, dude. As soon as I was like, I guarantee I'm gonna fight some little minion asshole deck where Quietus would actually be good. But we'll actually know. I don't know if you guys know about, I think it's called spot counting. That what it is that you... So if I have a Vengeance in my hand and Quietus would have did a better job, then I would have been like, see, look, it actually did better there. That's actually really cool to do. It's a really cool deck building technique, right? It's kind of like you have to... It takes a lot of thought process. But if you play against a deck, or you're in the meta, right? You wanna know whether or not, Quietus right here. But see, look, I don't have the card. And this is why a lot of people and a lot of content creators, especially a deck builder, would hate that, right? So I would have put Vengeance in. Let's say if I took all my Quietuses out and put Vengeance in, right? Or vice versa. If it's not in my hand and then this thing comes out, then you can't then be like, well, you should run. But people in comments, I actually haven't gotten that happen to me, but I've seen that a lot in other people's either their chats or their YouTube comments, and it's fucking annoying. And they'd be like, bro, you should run this card, even though that that card didn't come out in those situations, and you can't run like 5 of them. So it's like to tell someone to run another card, you'd only have, that's the only way you can like say whether or not it should have happened, right? All right, so we have this. We have a minion. And if the more we slay it, we'll be able to do that. So we got a full transform deck going against us right now. And also, like you guys know, when champions level up, it is considered a transform as well. I'm only doing this because I wish I could do that into the other thing. I feel like I just attack here. Actually, technically I shouldn't. Because it allows me to actually block the Thunder Fist, right? Because he could just block with this and then I get nothing out of it. Allows me to get this. I get the minion in the hand the next turn. And he develops. Oh boy. I did want to make a transform deck with Evelyn again. Like actually focusing on that. And not just like the other one where it was like I only had Evelyn as one. We can't go Maokai here.
Corruption everywhere.
Because only attacks with one thing. Beautiful. Thank you, sir. That helps me out so much, he has no idea. Thank you. Because now I get a unit and I get the sapling. Then I can play the minion next turn. Minion actually, I think I have it as a 3 of or 2 of or whatever like that. Actually really good. Again, I just need units. I just need units to support. He should have definitely did a bigger swing here. I don't know why you're preserving this. You could push a lot of damage. I actually think that that's the whole archetype of impact, is to push damage a lot. So I kind of don't understand the slow play here. We do have the Avatar of Blood. We get this. I get to sacrifice the thrall that is oh no, I get to sacrifice the yeah, sacrifice the thrall, or actually technically I should sacrifice the sapling that Maokai creates. And yeah, I'm talking because he's this guy. They do this to me all the time, by the way. I cut it out. Sometimes you guys notice I'll talk over it, but I want to explain my next play anyway. The Halberd will sacrifice, I think, the sapling onto that thing, and it would be a really big chunky attacker next turn. There we go. One evasive snap vine taken out, kind of sucks. We get this. I could also put it on here, then I would get one next turn, but I don't think I want to get a big chunky guy. There we go. Now unfortunately you don't get to actually see it. Even if I right click here and look to the left, it's not there. But when I have the ability to play the card, then I could see that it's discounted. I thought that was very strange. So now we have a really big attacker here, not a blocker, but a really big attacker that we can chung in here. And I'm assuming he just sacrifices the lava lizard here. Don't really understand that line of attack. But now we could get the minion. We're going to get the minion next turn. We get to play the minion. We get to sacrifice that. Actually, I could play XOOLANI. Mana 5 XOOLANI if I wanted to. Right? Because look, doesn't show it here, but if I left click it, and I'm gonna play it, then I can see that she's discounted. Same thing with this one. He's discounted as well. I still think that we create more nonsense. One off of vengeance. Gone. Now, just saying, Quietus would also could deal with this as well. A little annoying. I think this guy might be AFK, but we still take those. That allows me to kill off the Thunder Fist. I actually had once, this happened to me once, where a guy actually was baiting me. Like, he was actually baiting me. He was actually there. He AFK'd a shit ton of times because he actually he wasn't going to win on his attack. So he kept AFKing on me multiple times. And then as soon, and I legitimately mean as soon as I got the chance to attack, and then he was able to fake it. He was able to fake the that he was AFK this entire time. The guy is instantly blocks. Like, he instantly blocks. And I actually knew he was going to do it. I had the answers in my hand, but it felt like it. Like, sometimes, I don't know if you guys have ever tried it to actually fake being AFK because it actually benefits you. I actually think it's a legitimately smart. Big part of card games is mind games.
We will heal these isles.
Yes. I actually think, based on like me playing a little bit of Shadow Isles, I do think that this might be the strongest deck for Vayne, personally. VIEGO'S been coming out. He's like, bro, I'm 6, but, you know, I'm ready. I actually keep this hand, and I just hope that I draw into my little minion guys. But I also think that it probably would be smart to throw back Viego. This deck on 3 and 4, right? She's 4+, right? If he gets a good curve, I think I just lose. It also sucks that he gets the attacking turn here. It's just that it has too much pressure. Vayne, to me, like, all you need is a good tumble target, right? Okay, that is beautiful to see. Okay. Oh my god. But his curve is just too good. Mana 3 Vayne, and I think we're in some deep shit. We're in some deep shit. Actually, that's beautiful to see. I might even play that if he... Okay. So, what do I play here? I think we play... this and get it going. He had the curve. He had the actual curve. That's insane. 1, 2, 3 into tumble next turn. If he, especially if he has Gwen, if he has the 1, 2, 3, 4 curve, that's insanity. All right, so I'll definitely play Maokai here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We didn't get completely shafted, which is good. I have no mana here. I honestly feel like this is a bad idea because of my supreme lack of blockers. But he has to actually let one of his units die if he wants to. That does give me the Altar of Blood, so it's technically not. I think it's something that he might not be thinking about, because doing that, you see that lovely animation, and then now I can actually play XOOLANI next turn. We'll have some blockers. Oh, Sapling Toss is really good. We'll have blockers and things like that, but
Purifying bolts.
that's the only problem right there. The amount of damage that he could start pushing is kind of nuts. No matter which one I block, we just get rid of one of our engines. It's fine. There's too many units that can't block in this version of the deck. We go with Pesky.
We have waited so long.
I have to get rid of it because I can actually block with this. I think I'm dead anyway, though. Right? Ain't I just dead? Pretty sure I'm just dead. 1 mana tumble into something, but I can block a whatchamacallit unit, a fearsome unit now. I was actually about to misplay. See, now it resets, so now this is not as cheap anymore. I think we need big body Viego here.
I do this for her, for us.
You really believed that, didn't you?
They have a lot of voice lines, by the way. I use this deck, and it's funny, Vayne and VIEGO'S like super like angry at each other. I don't know how big that is. How strong is that? Only 4. The bad part is that I'm tapped out. He could vengeance me. He has too many options here, honestly. But killing off XOOLANI, you do have to be careful here. But the cool thing about Viego and actually the Hollowed Witch, I feel like some people have looked at, like, I can use this to the left, right? This becomes 4 attack, and like it kind of, like, you know what I mean? I hope you guys understand. I'm not explaining it that well. This thing starts to trade into anything. He used his tumble. I can attack also with this. I also attack with this. It's just so risky with how much mana he has up, right? That's what scares the shit out of me.
I hear her calling for me.
He also could have a rally. I just don't know how much I can play into it. I'm like so far behind.
Attention, please.
He can boost this up. He can close combat. He has too much mana. I think there's an argument to say that maybe I shouldn't attack at all. Is that a thing? Should I not attack at all? No, because he always had that. So technically, yeah, I should not have attacked at all. And unfortunately, open attack. He can open attack with Vayne and win. So yeah, not attacking with Viego was smart. He would have had to wait until his next attacking turn and then did that. Unless he wants to give me priority. Ah, come on. I actually want to. I don't even know how many slays I had there. That one off of Vengeance actually works here. This card also, I've been thinking about taking out. I would actually take this out for another Vengeance. Not just because it would work right here. It's because I haven't really been able to use it in any of the games that I played with it. Let's edit that too. Take out the Blighted Caretaker. Add in another Vengeance. Especially because I've actually realizing now that with Toss, having one-offs really is like hurtful. Because you lose them. But they're like extra win cons anyway. So we get that. We have 3 minions. I need another early unit. I just need something else that can come out there and do work. I'm thinking about the spider guy, actually. The hapless aristocrat. I think that he's pretty good because he comes out once and then he makes another body. Predict actually wouldn't be that bad either. I think we go spider guy, and that maybe we don't run as a billion dark of these. The 6 non-units. This one at least creates a unit though. The Darkened Halberd only works once I get things going. We're gonna reduce that by 1 and then put another Hapless Aristocrat. The Pesky Scepter actually works when it comes out, so I do actually think it makes sense in the deck. I think that's it. Right of the Calling has worked out pretty good too most of the time when I want to use it. So I don't think that that's when. And this is important. I feel like this is like a deck making video. These are working. All right. I think the rest of the fights should work in our favor. I think this is the best we got. Fantastic. Literally the worst thing I want to fight right now. All right. We get the Wraith of Echoes. We have Vengeance as well. So that, you know, this could have been a ceiling. This could have been a Quietus. Quietus actually works really good because I'm pretty sure because it's against me that they're definitely gonna have what's them called on curve. They're gonna have Akshan on curve, and then I'll be like, see. But now it's like, should it have been Vengeance or should it have been the other guy, the 3-drop? So we're actually gonna keep Wraith of Echoes here because I do have a decent. Wait, and Wraith of Echoes actually works with Minion too, right? So I actually didn't even think about how they synergize with each other as well. So that could be a deck too. And I feel like a lot of people have been trying to make Minion work. I think there was like Iceborne Legacy, create a copy of it, and then you just get this really cheap 2-cost card, right? That keeps coming back. I think we go with this first. I think also I'm playing too aggressive with the deck. Can anyone agree with that? I think I've been playing too aggressive with the deck because I'm always fit with pressure, and I think since I'm fit with pressure, I'm like I think he just doesn't want to drop Akshan until I attack. No, okay, he doesn't have Akshan on too. All right, I'll definitely drop the Avatar of Blood in case he does drop something I could trade into. This is cool. But I think I've also been misusing this sometimes too. I feel like sometimes I should be using it on the defensive turn because it's an actual additional summon. So I could use it on here if maybe there's something I can't block. But this has 3 attacks, so it can block a Fearsome. If it's something with quick attack like Akshan, then it is what it is.
When I allow you.
Domination in that deck is kind of awkward. That sucks. Elusive Akshan, elusive Varus. Really annoying. Really annoying. Really high curve hand here. If we can survive long enough, I think we're fine. The problem though is if he does get Varus, he gets the 2-mana spell shield in hand. That's a little bit unfortunate. Our Vengeance is a 6-mana denied by a 2-mana every day. I don't see why you do that, but especially after I play that. Okay. It does work now because I have a Pesky Scepter to sacrifice, but we are going to drop this. start getting some really good things here. I'm gonna keep the Pesty Scepter in case I do need to use it for ZOOLANI, or if I need a def for the Wraith of Echoes. So yeah, there's definitely some possibilities here. Wow, what is in your hand? I'm so curious what's in this guy's hand. Might as well attack with this. Does he just do that because he wants to trade into that? He doesn't want to take as much damage. He obviously doesn't have Akshan. He obviously doesn't have Varus. He has a bunch of the spells. So I'm assuming he has Momentous Choice, the Grow to 5/5. I think he has a bunch of spells in him, but he didn't draw the actual units to use them on. Trying to get a decent read on what my opponent is doing. Either that or he's AFK so much and he's barely... Can I blame lag for my opponent? Like, because I did have one guy lag out on me, so maybe lag is actually a thing right now. Okay, finally. I don't know what's going on. And I could Pesty Scepter here to drop this on it, and then I would get, but I don't get a blocker out of it. I'd rather have a blocker though. Not obviously not for that, but there goes both my. Well, I have 3 Pesty Scepters. All right, next turn we can actually start having some fun. Another domination.
Don't waste my time.
Very interesting. I can vengeance this straight up. He hasn't played. I feel like, I mean, it's 4 damage, but. Also thought about these just because it kind of messes up their deck. Some draw. Okay. Alright, finally attacks. I realize I can't keep talking because, like, this guy wastes a lot of time. Unfortunately. Just to be mana positive, I'm just going to put that on there. Bank the mana. We played the Echoes guy. The Wraith of Echoes. And then maybe we get a super minion popping off. We'll also have ghastly bands that will start to come in stronger and stronger. It levels Viego. Like, the deck works. I think it's just the cards that I'm putting into it. I do think that it will work if there's a way to get these cards out quicker, or just have like a early. Like, I just need to survive early. Like, the deck has a lot of value later. I even think maybe the Shark Chariot thing might be too much.
I'm not sure.
Why do people run this card? I don't understand it. All right, so we have 1 Hollow Death. That's a good thing. So this could be 4 attack. This could be whatever. He can trade into it if he wants to. It dies anyway. Not like he has a Swinging Glaive. I fought against a Swinging Glaive, and I'm like, the mental gymnastics you have to go around that is insane. That card is so good. I actually think you should. It's like almost maybe an instant include into any Shurima deck. But it does cost 3 mana, but it starts to really sacrifice that again. Alright, gives us another one. Oh my god.
Speak when I allow you.
Is that why he keeps sacrificing? Because technically he has another one, so he doesn't mind. I think that's what I'm feeling here. ZOOLANI's 4 at the moment. ZOOLANI also, every time I sacrifice her, would get stronger and stronger as well. He's going to be pushing with a lot of power next turn, though. I'll have to keep my mana kind of for vengeance and stuff like that. Sacrifice this Dark Enthrall. As you can see, my minion has gotten stronger. Rite of Calling is pretty good because I have not drawn any of my champions here. So that's a thing. But I think we have to at least come out with a blocker. If he doesn't let me develop here at all, this is 4. Technically, playing this is the best. I get 2 blockers out of it. But if he opens attack here, I might rip the Vengeance. He hasn't drawn Varus and he hasn't drawn Akshan. He hasn't targeted for Varus, so Varus doesn't come out leveled. So a lot of stuff in our favor, obviously. But if he does that, I could kind of slow play. I could play this, and I could Rite of Culling the Dark Enthrall to get one of my champions in hand, and then kind of like stabilize from there. So I have a couple of plays, just depends on when he decides to click a button. All right, he's in La La Land. Are people having disconnect issues? Like, it kind of ruins content creation, man. Like, I don't have all the time in the world either. Like, it kind of sucks. Like, it really sucks. Okay, now he plays. See, like,
I'll make a note.
just so you know, that entire time, the time was ticking that entire time, right? So my only assumption is that I feel like he's bluffing me or something. Like, he wants to see what I do, but he doesn't like pass the turn. Like, he's trying to do like a long bluff for some reason. That's at least that's how I'm into. Like, I feel like that's what he's doing. He's trying to do like a long buff, but then either that or he's actually runs away from the computer real quick and he's taking a shit or he's on his break, but he's like trying to finish the game, so he runs back, but he's like trying to play under his desk. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's so annoying. It's so annoying. Oh god. Come on. Almost done. Oh my god. So he actually has Varus. So we can just drop this now.
Look at this. Wipe it all.
Like now he's like, oh yeah, yeah. I figured this out now, yeah, Like, what the hell is that, man? He gets boosted up way too easily. And then we block one of these. 8 damage. Only thing I can think of is double like momentous choice, I'm thinking. Which actually kills my snap vine off, which is a tad bit annoying, but it would be a lot of investment into this one unit that still dies anyway. Again, obviously one momentous choice over here does it. Does he have double momentous choice? Makes me think this is also pretty greedy. I rather almost have the evasive snapvine. So I'm gonna be a smart wise man and do that. He can obviously, I could be like, oh, I'll block this too, but then he could just momentous choice it. And he has cards in his hand that makes sense that he does have things like that. He probably has the spell shield card. He has at least one of the two. Well, that's another option. Absolver, okay. Doesn't make sense. You were already killing that. All right. We get 2 minions, I think, in the start of the next turn. So 3-2, encroaching mist or bigger. And this is now comes the problem with this deck. So sorry, like with this, right? So I have a fully stacked like board like this, right? Kind of annoying because now I have to get rid of one of my landmarks. And I'm thinking that we get rid of this one because it only works on my attacking turn. Meanwhile, this works like no matter what happens.
She waits for me beyond the mist, my queen.
My queen. Now he doesn't know, I know, that my I can actually get rid of this too and put the pesky scepter because now it's stronger too. But which is cool is that it allows us to spend some mana. We can throw a bunch of stuff to the wind here. I could sacrifice something.
If I had your power, they would have to listen. They will, if you follow.
Ooh. All right, so we could play. I think we play XOOLANI here. 2 mana XOOLANI. Sacrifice this, because then.
Life is precious. It must be protected.
That would have been nice. I could have even used the pesky scepter there to take this out, so that I would have got all that. Now, when you want to push damage, I usually put XOOLANI to the left, so now she becomes a 10, something that they kind of really have to deal with. Or you could put like a little minion, and then it's a 6 attacking, and she has 7, and it's a lot for them to deal with, depending on how you decide to play it. I think we keep our blockers this time. I'm not gonna fall into that same trap that I did before. Also, boosting this up means that now if they kill both, I could maybe that was a play. 14, then 11. So wait, I could actually just straight up leveled like Viego. I didn't think about that possibility, but that's kind of, I did mention that before, right? That technically these things get stronger. Viego kind of eats it up. It's a nice thing, but I do want this engine, right? So that's going to be a trade, another altar thing. This doesn't trade into that. I think there's a lot going on here. I just need it to make a little bit more sense.
We'll see which one of us is stronger, Akshan.
Have we met?
Akshan's in hand. I don't know how long he's been in hand, but he's here. Can't clutter that spot.
Talk is worthless. We are what we do.
Okay. I do think this is going to be a Quietus. Okay. Coming in and not being able to do anything. So this, realistically, if like I said, it could have been another Vengeance. Because I feel like the meta right now does not have weak. The weakest one is like you'll get like an Ez deck or you'll get a Seraphine, but they'll have a way to kind of buffer. So I feel like Quietus is not that good. But when I play against Shadow Isles, they always have a Quietus target. They have Quietus when I have a unit that doesn't have HP every single time. What? You don't even have Overwhelm. I don't understand. Okay. So Varus was one of the cards in hand. We do have Vengeance. Obviously, I let that die. That's fine. We let XOOLANI die as well because we can keep playing her. And she gets stronger every time she dies. So he uses all his mana. But not all of these are going to be good trades. Actually, don't. Oh, no, that still works.
Rob 'em blind.
Very risky here. He also could have put all those extra boost into, couldn't he have just put all those extra boost into this? I actually can replay Viego here if I wanted to. I could Vengeance this, but I feel like killing Viego is just smart. Sorry, killing the Varus is better. My Viego then levels and then I get his thing anyway. I think it's still right. Then we do a big swing and then he has to trade down anyway. I do think that there's a slight mistake as far as like...
You will serve.
Oh, he levels... When does he level? Okay. We're gonna get this 6-4.
Who live will serve.
Oh, baby. How do I slow play that? There's no way he expects this. The elusive win con is here. That's just the bow, and then he has two other cards. Quietus doesn't really do anything here. Oh, he surrenders! Ah, no!
Without her, there is only darkness.
Oh god. All right. I kind of wanted like one more game to really solidify things, right? I actually like this hand. I've been thinking about bouncing Viego though when I see him, but Viego does really well into what this possibly is. Funny enough, when he would steal like this, probably the wackest, the strongest enemy. It'd be interesting. Oh my god, stop it. Viego has been in my hand. I shit you guys not. It's gonna sound funny, but he's literally been in my hand every single time I play this deck. I feel like there's like maybe not every time. It might have been once that one game where I didn't draw a champion, but he's usually comes out, which is so weird. Makes you think. Conspiracy theory. Do you guys think that sometimes they code that? They don't, but it's just fun to think about. That's all it is. It is fun to think about. Now, against this deck, more specifically, I'll probably have to use Sapling Toss like on like my offensive turn. I'm gonna just need blockers. We're good. Actually, damn, that actually sucks because oh no, it's allies when the allies die. Okay, so it actually doesn't matter then. Okay, so we play the Undying next turn. Unless we have to play this. Depending on like what kind of blocker I need. Do I need a blocker? Am I gonna take a lot of damage here? No. Okay, so I think we play Undying. Okay, so far so good. Okay, Chime's popping off. I'm happy to see Tellstones here because if he has like, let's say one big minion,
Strength and grace, beauty in the blade.
that's what I like to see. Okay, so he's got a very interesting deck so far. Okay, let's not attack actually, because I'd have to replay him, right? Oh crap! I forgot the sapling toss. I did want a sapling toss. Shit. Okay, beautiful. I'm actually happy to see that. We could shadow out. We can Avatar the Blood and kill that.
Run them through.
Like this is a shitty trade for him.
Hardly fair.
Oh boy, you're making it too easy for me, bro. Making it too easy for me. Tapped out, low on mana. This deck has nothing to do with that. And it's just such a big unit that he has here. He could have worse, right? But I think he invested a lot into it. And he could have worse in hand, no doubt. But this is double trigger for my, for this. There's not, what? Oh, okay. True. True. Close combat. That is true. I actually did not think about that. Now he's so strong that my Viego actually doesn't really do anything there. I think I can't even play Viego at the moment. Because he just pulls him in, right? Unless I get... Well, maybe I should have played him so I can get some encroaching miss. But I think I need to get these going. Who are you stunning? Stuns this one? Okay. But I would never attack... Well, not that I would never attack with it, but... Okay. I see why he did that. But he only has one minion. This still benefits me. Taarosh. Okay, we didn't get any triggers because of the... Whatchamacallit, right? Now 6 damage. Again, no point. I have to still threaten him. So like, if I do that, this comes back, right? And just kind of sits there. Oh my God, Viego, stop it. Though his spell would be really good, because I could just straight out kill this, which would be pretty funny. I don't have the mana to do it, but it would be pretty funny. Does he have another thing? Galio. 18. He pulls in Viego, so we just wait after his attack. We just chill. Or I can crumple, right? He doesn't have a one mana one, right? There's no way. Do you have another one? Did I get your bitch ass? Yes, I did. We can't do Galio, but he just attacks 8 damage. We just block it. We just block it. So, boom. All right, we get the homies. We get the echoes as well. Perfect time to play Viego now.
She waits for me beyond the mist, my queen.
My queen. I could also do this, which is actually pretty vicious for him. I could use the one Viego in hand to just try to get this down. But since he actually doesn't have real attack, it really doesn't matter. We have one Hollow Death. That's fine. The weaker he is, the better it is for me. I feel like he surrenders here, actually. Or he should. I don't see what else he could do. Like, the Chimes thing works, but one big unit actually is not... Our deck works good against that, unless it has Overwhelm, right?
Surrender to me.
And the crappy part about this deck, the more you block, the weaker you get. So we also got Taarosh back. Let's see what Taarosh is right now. He's 7. Do we love? Can I level him right now? Actually, kill this. Equip this. No, close though. I could have obviously put that on Viego, but I didn't even do the math. God, he made me pay for it. He actually made me pay for that. We kill each other, but wow. He actually punished me for that. That's crazy. Now he has an open field. But I could play Taarosh next turn. Hit me back with enemies with less health than me. You're so lucky. He's so lucky. He got 3 chimes. He got 3 chimes. God, I'm still gonna take that, right? I don't have anything to ping him with. Fuck. Technically, I think the smartest thing to do here is to play Viego. But then he just attacks, right? Doesn't he just attack after that? God, I just got punished so hard.
Submission or death for all who live.
I can't block this. There's no 1 mana card that he plays right now and just blows the load. God, that hurts. Oh my God, he got me so bad with that. This 4 mana now. You want to play? I can play. What up then? You want to be a jerk? Let's be a jerk. If he has, what's it called? I'm dying. I'm gonna die of laughter. Oh. Wait, I don't even win, right? Oh, I mean, we kill him. Oh. It was all worth it, guys. It was all worth it.
I fight for the fallen.
Maybe not. But technically, won't my whatchamacallit become? Well, first of all, I get your unit. Technically, all those were undying, so they all should count towards this. If I'm not mistaken. One, we get that, so I don't know why you play that. I think he's trying to set up a. I think well, we kill this, so he's only pushing what? He's only pushing 8 damage. Is the stupid thing to say. I have 1, 2 blockers. This is so risky. Wait, pick a unit to strike your nexus. So actually, I was wrong when I said that. Oh, I was so wrong when I said that. I think we have to play this. For an extra block. I'm pretty sure I'm good. Dude, I would have been like, yeah, this is fine. Oh, shit. Yeah, see, look how crazy it got. So we take that. All those are supposed to come back, but they don't. Yeah, there we go. I mean, he can pull both of them, but if he pulls 2 things, it doesn't matter. Oh, all worth it, guys. All worth it.
Without her, there is only darkness.
Yes, that was actually fun. I'm not gonna lie. Actually refining the deck in the video to kind of get it to where I kind of wanted to do what it wanted to do. Yes, we fought against non-meta decks, and that's it's something you always got to think about. Would this beat like the closest Seraphine deck or the closest this deck or that deck? And it's kind of hard because you can't force what your opponent's gonna play unless I queue up against another content creator and then we just run sets or something like that, and then you also have to believe that they did the best that they could. Like it's really rough to do that, but I think it's pretty good. I could still see why someone might run like Gnosis in here, but sometimes you don't get to slay as often. Even when the Avatar of Blood is out there, you could run more like killy cards. I think that might run a little bit better. And I did think about in the back of my mind to run this thing, the Cambodian shoulder, because it is 2 bodies, right? And it does help Viego get a little bit stronger when he comes out, as most of the times I saw that he wasn't as strong as he'd like to be. But you guys get the concept. I think it's pretty good. I think the deck can be super refined though, or at least another idea. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.